tender is the flesh. Chapter 1. And its expression was so human that it filled me with horror. Leopoldo Lugones. Carcass, cut in half, stunner, slaughter line, spray wash. These words appear in his head and strike him, destroy him. But they're not just words. They're the blood, the dense smell, the automation, the absence of thought. They burst in on the night, catch him off guard. When he wakes, his body is covered in a film of sweat because he knows that what awaits is another day of slaughtering humans. No one calls them that, he thinks as he lights a cigarette. He doesn't call them that when he has to explain the meat cycle to a new employee. They could arrest him for it, even send him to the municipal slaughterhouse and process him. Assassinate him would be the correct term, but it can't be used. While he removes his soaked shirt, he tries to clear the persistent idea that this is what they are, humans bred as animals for consumption. He goes to the refrigerator and pours himself cold water. He drinks it slowly. His brain warns him that there are words that cover up the world. There are words that are convenient, hygienic, legal. He opens the window. The heat is suffocating. He stands there smoking and breathes the still night air. With cows and pigs, it was easy. It was a trade he'd learned at the Cypress, the meat processing plant he inherited from his father. True, the screams of a pig being skinned could petrify you, but hearing protectors were used, and eventually it became just one more sound. Now that he's the boss's right-hand man, he has to monitor and train the new employees. Teaching to kill is worse than killing. He sticks his head out the window, breathes the thick air. It burns. He wishes he could anesthetize himself and live without feeling anything, act automatically, observe, breathe, and nothing more. See everything, understand, but not talk. But the memories are there. They remain with him. Many people have naturalized what the media insist on calling the transition. But he hasn't, because he knows that transition is a word that doesn't convey how quick and ruthless the process was. One word to sum up and classify the unfathomable, an empty word. Change, transformation, shift, synonyms that appear to mean the same thing, though the choice of one over the other speaks to a distinct view of the world. They've all naturalized cannibalism, he thinks. Cannibalism, another word that could cause major problems. He remembers that when they announced the existence of GCB, the mass hysteria, the suicides, the fear. After GCB, animals could no longer be eaten because they'd been infected by a virus that was fatal to humans. That was the official line. The words carry the weight necessary to mold us, to suppress all questioning, he thinks. Barefoot, he walks through the house. After GCB, the world changed definitively. They tried vaccines, antidotes, but the virus resisted and mutated. He remembered articles that spoke of the revenge of the vegans, others about acts of violence against animals, doctors on television explaining what to do about the lack of protein, journalists confirming that there wasn't yet a cure for the animal virus. He sighs and lights another cigarette. He's alone. His wife has gone to live with her mother. It's not that he still misses her, but there's an emptiness in the house that keeps him awake, that troubles him. He takes a book off the shelf. No longer tired, he turns on the light to read, then turns it off again. He touches the scar in his hand. The incident happened a long time ago, and it doesn't hurt anymore. It was a pig. He was very young, just starting out, and he hadn't known that the meat needed to be respected, until the meat bit him and almost took his hand off. The foreman and the others couldn't stop laughing. "You've been baptized," they said. His father didn't say anything. After that bite, they stopped seeing him as the boss's son, and he became one of the team. But neither the team nor the Cypress processing plant exists, he thinks. He picks up his phone. There are 3 missed calls from his mother-in-law, none from his wife. Unable to breathe the heat, he decides to shower. He turns on the tap and sticks his head under the cold water. He wants wants to erase the distant images, the memories that persist, the piles of cats and dogs burned alive. A scratch meant death. The smell of burned meat lingered for weeks. He remembers the groups in yellow protective suits that scoured the neighborhoods at night, killing and burning every animal that crossed their path. The cold water falls onto his back. He sits down on the floor of the shower and slowly shakes his head, but he can't stop remembering. Groups of people had started killing others and eating them in secret. The press documented a case of 2 unemployed Bolivians who had been attacked, dismembered, and barbecued by a group of neighbors. When he read the news, he shuddered. It was the first public scandal of its kind, and instilled the idea in society that in the end, meat is meat. It doesn't matter where it's from. This isn't the end of chapter 1, but I'm done because I forgot how exhausting it is reading books out loud. I hope this video doesn't get taken down. That would suck, especially because I haven't posted in like a month. But good night.